think one of the hardest questions, or I guess, most worrisome for brothers and sisters, the question we get has to do with our word, the word retard, right? Mm-hmm. Brothers and sisters often really don't like to hear that word because it does remind them a little bit of their sibling, and they're wondering about if somebody's making fun of their brother or sister.
Boy, that's a word, even as a brother, that just punches me in the stomach every time I hear it, because it's a word that is meant to sting, and it's a word that's used out of context. So yes, years ago it used to be a medical term, but now people throw it around as an insult. So,
but it's part of really regular life and regular conversation anymore, it seems, right?
Which even makes it more insulting for all of us, the fact that when someone means to say, oh, I'm so stupid, or I screwed up, you instead insult people with disabilities like my sister and so many other sisters out there. And it's tough to sometimes stand up to words like that.
Right, absolutely. Now, some brothers and sisters don't have as much of a problem with that word anymore because they kind of accept that it's part of the typical conversation. But a lot of kids really do still dislike that word. So how can they handle it with their friends?
You know, we've heard so many different ways, and there's no one right way to handle it. And we've also learned that you don't have to handle every time the scenario comes up. Because sometimes it takes a lot of courage to stand up, especially when maybe the teacher uses it, or a grandparent uses it, or someone who is kind of senior in stature uses it. But what we've learned, I think, from a lot of brothers and sisters is by sharing your feelings, that seems to go a long way. No one can ever take away the right for you to feel that way. So if you go up to someone and say, gee, you know, on the basketball court, you said, oh, I'm such a, and you say the R word. You know, I know you didn't mean that word, but, you know, that word kind of really affects me because, you see, I have a brother with Down syndrome, and, you know, he has that label, and you're kind of making fun of him. But, you know, one word I try to use is just, oh, I screwed up, or, you know, I can't believe I missed that shot. And I know you didn't mean it, but maybe if you could just use the other one.
Now, of course, that's easy to do with somebody who you're friendly with. Not so easy all the time with kids who you're not so friendly with. And also with the teacher. You may not want to really approach the teacher about it, but, you know, that's where mom or dad could kind of come in and possibly have a conversation with the teacher about the use of that word, because she may not even be aware, or he may not even be aware that he's using that word.
Brothers and sisters should know they're not alone. A lot of us feel this way, and they could band together, and there's lots that they could do and share their stories. And they don't always have to stand up, but when they do, their voice matters.
Right. And for more answers to questions like these, you can go find our book, Fasten Your Seatbelt, A Crash Course on Down Syndrome for Brothers and Sisters, available through woodbinehouse.com.